Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and welcome to Three Count Commentaries. So today we're going to talk about Mustafa Ali and the return or the turn of the table where Mustafa Ali is now going to take Kofi Kingston's spot. And this could have some really good narrative potential. Unfortunately, they're not gonna buy into it. So the Retribution versus New Day storyline continues. Mustafa Ali says that he knows why people love New Day, or specifically Xavier Woods. He said, we know people love you because you're an escape from reality. You know, you're an escape from their mundane, boring lives, while I am a reminder of it. And he says that, Kofi's best moment, came at his worst moment. And that's why he has a beef with Kofi. His beef with Kofi is that Kofi Mania happened at his expense. It was his shot at the Elimination Chamber that was taken away from him and given to Kofi, and that's how Kofi became the champion. So he really is. That's really that envy. That envy is really bearing down upon him. I love it. Man, Mustafa is really he is performing a Herculean effort to get people into these storylines because people hate Retribution. So he is performing God's work in trying to get people to care about these storylines. So they have the next match, which is Xavier Woods versus Slapjack of Retribution. Now I want to give Slapjack some credit. I am enjoying the weird body movements that he's doing. There is there is a couple. He moves like an anime villain. Now, I'm trying to think of something that people might know that as an analogy. Think of shit. I think the best way to explain it, he's like a liquor from Resident Evil. Like, if you ever seen those things that are just like they look like burn victims, and they just have those weird movements, and it's like real creepy. He looks like one of those, but he also like a video game character that I'm trying to think of in my head. But it's like arms and stuff does like weird movements, and his shoulders and stuff like that. Like they're really getting into being almost inhuman in Retribution, where they come across almost like monsters, and like they've lost their humanity. And I'm really enjoying the visual aspects of it. Now, people can hate Retribution all they want, but I see nuggets of things that are good here, and I want to discuss those things and bring those things to light because they are very important. And I feel like these guys are playing it up. They're not just being generic heels. They're coming across as being very demented, like they've been twisted, like they have devolved. So they have the match. Xavier Woods comes out. He comes out of House of Fire against Slapjack, because Slapjack is a guy his size, and he comes out pretty fast on Slapjack, and they have a pretty decent match. And Xavier Woods actually wins the match with a Shining Wizard, which was really cool. So Xavier Woods gets a solo win. And after the match, of course, Retribution beat him up because nobody comes to save him. Because why would you think that? You would think they were baby faces in the locker room or something. So T-Bar and Mace did a double choke slam on Xavier Woods, and Ali went to get a chair. Ali comes back with the chair. And Mace and T-Bar is holding him in place, and he's going to smash Xavier Woods in the head with a chair. And then he thinks about it. And he stops and he sits down, and then he says, "You call yourself a future king of the ring, but you look more like a peasant right now." And Xavier Woods just has this snarl on his face, and he says, I'm going to show you some mercy because I want you to pass a message to Kofi." And Xavier Woods just has this look on his face. It's great, like he's really selling it. And he's saying, like, I heard that Kofi's jaw is broken. He won't be able to make it in the Royal Rumble. So a suitable replacement has been found. He's going to replace Kofi Kingston in the Royal Rumble. And And then Xavier Woods is just furious at this. Like, he's very angry that Mustafa Ali is going to take Kofi Kingston's spot at the Royal Rumble. I love that. And it's very gracious of, well, Kofi probably couldn't perform anyway. But I'm glad that they used that. Like, that was excellent. That's excellent storytelling. You took my spot, so I'm going to take yours. And then, you know, the difference is, of course, Mustafa Ali is not going to win the Royal Rumble, obviously, right? But it's a good story for him going in because as a heel, he can have some measure of catharsis, you know, because he has this envy that it could have been me, it should have been me. So now he's going to be in this situation and he's going to lose. And he's going to probably lose because Xavier Woods threw him over the top rope, which I'm almost certain is going to end up happening. That's one of my predictions, is that Xavier Woods is going to eliminate Mustafa Ali. And maybe, you know, probably with some Big E help, it'd probably be Big E and Xavier Woods in there with Retribution. That should be fucking fun. That should really be fucking fun. To have, you know, Big E and Xavier Woods in the ring at the same time against at least 3 members of Retribution. They need to have Mace, T-Bar, and Mustafa Ali. And if the T-Bar and Mace not going to be in the match, they need to come down to ringside. Because I want that visual, you know, of those guys being there. And maybe even have Kofi in the building, run down to the ring and say he's not medically cleared to be in the match. That doesn't mean he's not in the building, you know. And that would be a great visual because the New Day have always been there, right? The New Day have been the one faction over the course of the years that they have fought every other faction. They fought the Wyatts. They fought the ECW contingent when they did that ECW reunion with the Dudley Boys and Tommy Dreamer. They fought the Wyatt family. You know, they fought the Hardys. They fought every great tag, the Usos. They fought, you know, I think the Bloodline too. They fought every great faction. I think they even fought the Shield. So they fought pretty much every great faction with the exception of Evolution. And Retribution puts them on, is the next. And maybe on a lower level, of course, because Retribution is nowhere near like the main event faction that the Wyatt family was or that the Shield was. Or the legendary teams of the Dudley Boys or the Hardy Boys or something like that. They're just really on a lower tier, but it elevates Retribution for them to be involved with the New Day. And you kind of want that visual. That of all, and you're not going to get the match, obviously, because Kofi can't wrestle, and also because Big E is on SmackDown. So you can't get like the full experience of Mustafa Ali, Mace, and T-Bar versus the New Day. You're not going to be able to get that, but you can get a piece of it in the Royal Rumble. So hopefully they got a section of this Royal Rumble carved out for this story, because this could be fun. And then, of course, Xavier Woods eliminates Mustafa Ali, stealing his opportunity from him again. And that way you get the storyline to continue until Kofi returns, and then we ultimately get New Day versus Retribution. And hopefully they don't do something stupid like blow it on Raw. Let the story build and tell the story on pay-per-view, you know, so where you can get a pay-per-view length story out of it. But knowing them, it'll be 3 matches on Raw, back-to-back weeks. Probably some impromptu shit where all of a sudden it's Reckoning and Slapjack versus, and it's like, oh, fuck, this is dumb. Because Raw is booked by people with bricks for brains. So I don't understand it. But this legitimately has some weight to it as far as the story is concerned. And they're probably just gonna fuck it up. But it would be nice if we could get like a message from Kofi or a message from Xavier Woods to counter what Mustafa Ali is saying. Because that's the one thing that this story is missing, is Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston saying something back. You know, right now it's just Mustafa Ali talking. He's been allowed to get over in Retribution. But they're not bantering. They're not saying like, hey, it never would have been you because, you know, you might not have won. You know, it was Kofi's in the right place at the right time, but he's always been great. He was always would have been the world champion. He just never got the opportunity. Can't say the same thing for you. Or something to that effect, you know. But because Xavier Woods isn't saying anything back, you know, it's basically like Mustafa Ali is arguing with himself, you know. So uh, I want Xavier Woods to have some opportunity to say some things back. But this has been very good. I actually enjoyed this, you know. And then the match was okay, but I enjoyed, you know, the I get, would you call it irony? The irony that Mustafa Ali is going to end up taking Kofi Kingston's spot. I think that was pretty badass. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Use the hashtag 3Count Commentaries to spread the good word of 3Count Commentaries. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Da, 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 da.